RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is set up for success this week in their Monday. We are the Rise Become Bee channel and are looking forward to speaking with all of you. I'm going to tell you, I'm having a very, very rough day. My grandmother passed away Saturday night. So I am exhausted. I have not slept very well. And Gina is going to really be speaking to you a lot this week because I just am not in a mental place well to think. So we are talking about taking messy action this week. So Gina, can you tell us what is messy action? What are we going to be talking about this week?
So take messy action is something that you hear quite a bit, and I'm pulling my notes up. It's something we hear quite a bit in the Facebook land. Like you hear coaches saying, just take messy action and everything that you're wanting will just fall into place. If you just take action, things will happen. And that's not a false statement. But the issue is that the actions that you should be taking are not clearly defined. And what messy action is essentially taking an action, but it's an action towards the goal that will actually get you there, that will make you money usually, because that's typically what we're all after, because this is around business related stuff. So it would be taking messy action in, good morning, Sandra, in money making activities, or just taking an action at all rather than towards your goal, rather than sitting and waiting for the perfection and until you know exactly what to do and the exact 100% steps to take. That's really not going to happen. And that's messy action is meant to propel you forward rather than staying stuck in the what ifs and the hows. It's just do it. Is essentially what it is. What it is not is taking messy action as in starting to go and add everybody you see on Facebook and immediately pitching them. Taking messy action is not sitting there and getting stuck and getting your business perfectly organized. And we're going to talk about getting organized because that is important to be able to take action, because you need to get organized in a way of planning so that the steps become clear, not just I want to get my inbox in order. But that's not a messy action that's going to do anything for you really. It's a good action, but that's one of those that can wait. So that's what it's not. That's not going and spamming every Facebook group that you're in. That's not messy action. That's actually harmful. So that's what it is and what it isn't.
So how does messy action really move your business ahead? I mean, how does it actually do anything?
I mean, think about it. You know, we see so many women that get stuck in their business because they're stuck in indecision. They're stuck in wanting to know exactly step by step perfectly how to do something, and they're wanting somebody to give them that expertise for free. And that's not going to happen either. So messy action benefits you and it benefits your business, because once you actually start trying stuff, it's essentially just a fancy, floaty, pink word for trial and error. That's what it is it's trial and error. Because how else are you going to learn? If you don't know exactly what to do, you have done your best with all the free research that you could possibly do, but you still feel like you don't know what to do. You probably still feel like you don't know what to do because you haven't even implemented the free crap yet.
So I see so many, especially so many business owners, female business owners specifically, download every freebie they could possibly find. Search Pinterest for days and hours, downloading every single thing they can find. Sign up for every email list that they can find, but they don't do anything with it. I know other business owners that start to invest. And something that I see a lot in women is I don't know the best word for it. I can't even think of the word. The entitlement, that's the word I was looking for. Of thinking you deserve to have somebody give you it for free, and that the free is the best way to get it, and not investing in themselves. Part of taking messy action is sometimes you've got to pay somebody for their expertise in order to move ahead. You can't just always demand that somebody just give you all of their expertise for free. And there's this story of they called in some mechanic to fix something after hiring 20 different people to try to fix something. And he stood there, listened for a minute, and tapped a hammer on one specific spot on an engine, and it worked. And then they got the bill of this huge bill, and they're like, but you only took 2 minutes. And he's like, no, you paid for my 50 years of learning how to do that in 2 minutes, not for it only took me 2 minutes. And I have gotten so many people, and I know that many of us have heard this when we're at the higher levels. When you tell somebody your pricing, well, why do you think you deserve that? I can't afford that. Hold the phone. I have 25 years of experience. That's why. I have 25 years of trying things, taking messy action, knowing what works, what doesn't work, what software will work for this, what doesn't work for this. I mean, all of those things.
Same with me. You're paying for my 10 years of trial and error of, managing, getting projects organized and managing multi-million-dollar budgets. That's what you're paying for me to be able to come in and look at and tell you exactly what your issue is and how to adjust and change something.
You're paying for the years of literally taking messy action and diving in and really knowing what to do, where to do it, how to do it, all of those years of work when you hire somebody like us.
So essentially, sorry, go ahead.
So when you're downloading all of these freebies and stuff, take a look at who you're downloading them from. Are you downloading them from somebody who doesn't have an email list and is just starting out? Or are you downloading it from somebody who has years of experience? That is when you're looking to take messy action and to move forward, you have to don't just expect everything you find is going to be exactly what you need. It's not.
Yeah. So I want to speak a little bit to, there are a lot of coaches out there that say that everything happens in the spiritual. So I see a lot of women that are stuck in the scripting and sitting with crystals and doing manifesting rituals. And that's all they're doing for themselves and their business. Now, I'm not knocking it. That's great if that's what you want to do, but you have to actually go out and move your feet for these things to happen. You can't just sit and write about it in your pretty little journal and then it's going to magically fall out of the sky one day. You have to go move your feet and go actually try stuff and go do things for the things that you're attempting to manifest to come into action, to come to this plane, to come earthside, to, for you to match that frequency, whatever it is that you want to call it. To do that, you have to try stuff. And that doesn't always necessarily mean spending money, but if you're still spinning your wheels and you don't know what to do, and I'm going to say this, and so many women get so angry in the Facebook business space when this is said, but don't go hire a coach. I'm sorry, don't go do it. Coaches I think that there's a place for them, but I don't think that the place is at the very beginning of your business. Now, if you find somebody that's out there that calls themselves a coach, but they're actually a consultant, that works. And the way that you know is they're looking at the stuff with you, and then oftentimes will help you button push. That is a consultant. A coach will sit there and literally just, yay, you're doing great. That's awesome. And then are like trying to tell you, oh, well, this is what's blocking you. This is your mental block. And, I see a lot of coaches, like, I'm not going to get on my soapbox about that, but just pay attention. Like, coaches, they have their place, but it's usually after you've spoken to very specific experts that have got you generating income first. And they're typically like, you need a consultant, a strategist. That's who you need to sit down and talk to. Not a coach, not yet. Not when you're first starting. Probably, I would say about a year in, maybe, if your mind's like, and it's mostly for your mind and to develop you as a leader. Because by the time you've been about a year in and you've gotten a lot of work and you have a lot of things that are happening within your business, you're getting ready to hire a team. Well, you need to prepare yourself to actually have a team, because that can be very disastrous. Like, very disastrous. If you don't know anything about leading, like, you don't know anything about it at all. You don't know anything about working with anybody else. You don't know how to let go in your business. You don't know how to stay in your lane. You don't know how to do any of that. And you don't know how to listen and lead people and let the people that you've hired to take these things off your plate do what you brought them in to do. That's when you need a coach. The executive coaching is a very, very real thing. I have a friend in this space, and he is a former executive coach. He coached CEOs and C-level people at places like Coca-Cola. Like, they exist for executives for a reason. Executive coaching is, I think, a very useful and a very real thing. There's a reason for it. But when you're very new in your business, you don't have a clue what you're doing. You need to make sure that you're using your money, the money that you have, and you're talking to people that can move you forward. Because that's what Messy Action all is it's moving forward, even if it's ugly.
And I always suggest that when you're starting out, especially, the things that you spend your money on are your what Gina's saying, your money-making things. So you're having a hard time designing a freebie and getting it up. Hire somebody who will help you design the freebie, and knows the tech side. You want a tech VA who can help you, 1, design it, and 2, put it on your website and get it moving. Connect it to your email marketing program, all of that. That is the thing you should be hiring.
Yes.
Your website, hire a web designer. That's the order I always find that works really well for most small businesses. And this is not true for every single small business. So
most small businesses.
Most is the order of investing in your business is 1, hire somebody like a social media or a marketing strategist to help you get your social media platforms, your profile set up correctly. Hire a branding specialist so that you know your who, what, where, when, why, and how, and your clients who, what, where, when, why, and how. Because when you do that, you will get more interaction on your social media and in your marketing. And then hire somebody to do your website. Don't do your website before doing your brand strategy. If you don't have a brand strategy, your business is not going to do anything. Have a brand strategy first. And move through the steps of getting to the place of getting your message out there for clients. That's what's going to make you money. And I would say it takes a good 6 months before looking at a consultant makes even sense, because you've got a consultant is not there unless you're hiring a brand strategy consultant. That's exactly what you should hire. You're looking for people to help you. You're looking for the services to help you. You aren't looking for coaching type positions at first. You're looking for somebody to design your freebie. You're looking for a graphic designer, a web designer to do your website, a brand strategy. So you know your 5 W's and H for you and your clients. You're looking for somebody to teach you how to do some sales or to do sales for you because you want to make money. That is your number one goal. Stop hiring. I mean, hiring a life coach does not make you money. It may help you mentally. It may help you build yourself as a stronger leader and a stronger business owner, but it's not making you money.
No, and right in the beginning, one of the biggest things, like that's what you need to be focusing on in your business is making money.
I mean, there's so much out there that you could spend your money. Yeah, Sandra is an accountability coach, and yes, I agree. But even so, Sandra, I think I love you and I adore you, and you're what helps me get everything done every day. But I still wouldn't hire you immediately in my business unless I was so overwhelmed with all of the things that had to be done. I needed help with that. That's when an accountability coach comes through. But if you are being very strategic and smart and making money, you're not in the immediate money chain unless you are so indecisive about what you're doing, you can't move forward. That's where Sandra comes in. But even for me, I have a Sandra, but right away, that's not something I would have hired. And when I started what I'm doing now, when I started doing what I've done before, my first order of business was get to my first client, then get my website done. Now I am a brand strategist, so I don't need to hire a brand strategist. I am one. So that's something I don't need to worry about. So my first step was the first thing I paid for is my website. I needed somebody to do that for me. I didn't have the time to invest in getting it done. And while I knew who my brand was, what my brand voice was, who my ideal client was, I had come from a tech, very male-oriented world where I'd done websites in, and the design aspect of that was not something I could even fathom getting right. So I hired somebody to do that. And this person also helped me get my freebie up. And a lot of web designers can do that and will do that, especially in our space. They cross the lines into VA a lot, and they aren't just a web designer. She helped me get my freebie up. She helped me get things designed and set up correctly and have a good customer flow and my email marketing set up. Because in this world, I didn't know how to do that. I only knew how to use big corporate tools in a design that was very much for a male-oriented world. So she helped me translate that all into, and as soon as that was done and I launched that live on Facebook and all of that, I got my next client. And my next client, I did hire a VA to help me get some processes and procedures set up. So, which helped me be able to onboard clients and do things more quickly, which helped me make more money. And I was able to replace my corporate income in 3 weeks. And I've talked about this many, many times because I invested in the correct areas. I didn't start downloading freebies until I had my first 10 clients. Because I then wanted to know how to do things myself. So I didn't go looking for the information until I was already making money. And there's the law of attraction and visualization boards and visualization and manifestation. Well, all of those things only work if you're not parked and have the parking brake on and holding on to the brake with 2 feet.
Yep, you have to move. And that's one of the biggest, because we've been seeing, and the reason that this is the theme for this week is all last week, all we saw were women talking about how they weren't getting any momentum in their business and that they had hired a coach. They'd been taking messy action. They'd been doing all of this stuff. And you need to, and while that may have been true, they may have been doing things and they may have had a coach. And I'm using bunny ears for those of you that are going to be listening to us on the podcast later. They weren't the right, if they sat down and really examined and looked at what their messy action was, it probably 9 times out of 10, it most likely was not the correct action to be taken. And typically the main messy action thing that I see women take is usually spamming and really awful, desperate sales tactics that don't work, but some coach told them does when it does not work. But, and what I mean is adding everybody that you see in a Facebook group. If you see their name coming up, you're adding them, and then you're immediately messaging them and immediately pitching them, like instantly.
I got a pitch. Oh man, I wish I'd have to. I get so many messages, and I'm trying to remember what this woman. I asked her what she did, and she gave me this very flowery answer. And I went back to her, and I said, "No, what do you do?" And it was, "I help women level up." No, what do you do? And I said, "Well," and she kept. It was 2 or 3 times of me asking this, and she's just starting out. She doesn't even have a client yet, and she then pitched me after me asking what she did a few times. And my response to her, "Oh, so you don't know what you do?" She's like, "Well, what does that mean? I'm a coach." And I'm like, "Exactly. You don't know what you do." And so I pitched her a brand strategy. "Why would you pitch me back? I'm trying to pitch you." And I said, "Well, you didn't look at who you were pitching. Because the one thing you keep telling me is you are for new business owners to help them get started. But you obviously don't know how to get started yourself because you don't have a client yet. You've admitted that to me. And I just pitched you what you could need to get started." And she's like, "Well, you need a new business coach." You didn't look at my profile because I've been doing this for 25 years. And it says that right in my profile.
Yeah, not new.
At least very much just take a look at somebody's profile before you pitch them.
And we're going to actually later in this week, we're going to talk about how to pitch. And I'm going to go ahead and disclaimer this week. Look, you guys, if you don't like us and you don't like what we have to say, don't listen. Just click right off. There's this beautiful thing called the scroll that you can keep doing and will disappear. Unfollow, unsubscribe. We're very easy to get away from. So if you don't like us and you don't agree with what we're saying because it's, and I'm using bunny ears again, triggering to you in some way, do not call us multiple times, calling us nasty names, don't do that. Don't send hate messages. It's not necessary. It's bad energy for you energy people out there, and it's really messing up your karmic debt. So don't do that. And now if you have a question or you want to pose a counter argument for us to talk about, please do that.
And I have told you a million times, I love that. Please debate me. I want to be debated.
If you want to have a healthy debate and you want to talk about it, and maybe you need a better understanding, or you've heard something somewhere else that's contradictory to what we're saying and you'd like some clarity, cool. But anything outside of that falls under the massive umbrella of being an online troll and a hater and a crazy person, let's not do that. Okay? Because we're not saying that everything that we're saying is correct, but it is coming from years of experience. And even though I could still be considered a baby in the small business entrepreneur space, I've worked with enough clients and I've worked with enough disastrous clients over the last 2 years that I've learned quite a bit in trial by fire. So we're speaking from experience, but our experience is not the same as your experience. So let's all be kind and respectful of one another, because we're being respectful by watching what we're saying, not getting on our soapboxes, not ripping people apart, because trust me, we very much so could, but we're choosing not to. So we're grown. Let's all be adults here and move through the week. So if we say something you don't like, keep scrolling, keep moving. Don't be a jerk, because what we're going to start doing is, and I'm going to say this, and I'm giving Danielle permission to do this, is when we get hate messages, we're going to pop it up on this screen right here, your name and all. Because if you're going to attack us, then we're going to expose you to everybody, and everybody can see how nasty you are, and that will hurt your business.
So I'm going to tell you something. The person that attacked me last week and called me, and I told you Friday morning I was a little flustered at first. I got another call on Saturday, and I thought I had blocked your number on Saturday, and I did not. And I got another call yesterday. My husband picked up my phone because my grandmother died. I was bawling yesterday. And my husband, we had so many calls coming in from family all over the country. I had family from Italy calling. So, I mean, he didn't know the number. He picked up the phone. And this woman proceeded.
Because she went and got another Google Voice number to call Danielle from, because Danielle blocked the last one. What did this woman do?
This woman proceeded to not pay attention to a male voice on the other side first of all, and proceeded to call me some rather nasty names again. Now, don't get the husband of somebody like that, because he was not very nice. And what he did is he kept this woman on the phone and had the presence of mind to record the call and send it to the cops, because that is considered online bullying.
It is. It's harassment. It's against the law. And
Google will help trace that call. So Google is now helping trace that call. And my husband was very right. I did not do that the first two, because the first time I was so flustered by it. The second time I was like, oh my God, forget it. But no, I am going to, when I get phone calls like that, when I get nasty messages like that, I will be reporting it. If it's on Facebook, you have the possibility of losing your Facebook account. If it's on Instagram, the same thing.
We're going to start.
Because this is not appropriate. You want to debate with me. You want to learn why I'm saying what I'm saying or whatever. I am happy to talk to you. I'm happy to explain my position. I mean, I'm always happy to do that, because I will tell you, Brittany Moffitt does exactly what I do. She is a social media strategist and a marketing strategist. And Brittany and I have such an amazing relationship. Her and I will bounce ideas off of each other, because we come at things. We're two different people. We have unique personalities. We come at things that completely, do we always agree with each other? No. But we have learned a ton from each other. If you are in the same space as Gina and I, we can learn. I would love to get you on the show with us one morning, and let's talk about our different viewpoints. That's awesome.
That's great. Here's the thing is, and what I find so interesting is this woman is telling Danielle that she has no business, and she is so bothered by what Danielle is doing. To me, it sounds like this woman is absolutely jealous. She wants to be doing what Danielle is doing and can't get there, and she's just mad about it. So she's a miserable human being that has absolutely nothing else to do. And so she's lashing out, but she went out of her way to find Danielle's personal home phone number and continues to harass her. Now, here is my opinion on all of that. That is one, if you're so good at business and what you're doing, you have an awful lot of time to be trolling somebody, like somebody that's actually busy with their business doesn't have time for that. Number two, you're exposing yourself to legal action, because Danielle and I don't have time to fool with it, and we're not going to put up with it. So all people that are harassing now are getting turned over to the authorities. The end. And Danielle lives in New York State, and we all know how New York State feels about that crap.
Yep.
So, and don't come harassing me either, because I'm down in Alabama, and Alabama is just, I know people think that Alabama is a bunch of toothless, backwoods, everybody's inbred, marrying their cousin type person. And that actually, one of these days I'm going to talk about that, because it's actually very offensive. Like I get very offended by that. But we don't take that. We don't mess with that down here either. So I say all that to say that's also attacking people is also not messy action. And if you disagree, just keep moving. The internet is vast, and there are tons of people that you can find that you do connect with, and ignore those that you don't. Because let me tell you, I went to almost a year ago, I went through a massive shakeup in my business and a massive shakeup also in my personal life, because my personal life was connected to these people. We were friends and they were horrible to me. They were very nasty, very, very nasty. And I went through all of my social stuff, removed them, and removed anybody connected to them that I knew that had also have not spoken to me since, and removed them all. So I don't have to see it. Anytime anything came over, I would just unsubscribe. I didn't send any nasty messages. I never said any names. They bullied me all over social media, wrote nasty posts about me, and I'm sure did live videos and wrote all kinds of emails and all kinds of crap about me. Like they did. It was horrible. Called me, gaslighting me for over an hour, telling me what a horrible human being that I was. Like when I tried to walk away and just be professional, I mean, it was really bad. I still to this day have never retaliated. Never, not once. I just cleared them out. And that's all you have to do, you guys. And that is an action that you can take. If you have to do something for your mental health so that you can move forward in your business, and you need to clear and find a different and a new circle to be in, then do so. That is an action that will make that is well worth your time and will make you money. It will, because once you clear a distraction out of the way and you can focus, that's doing something for yourself. That's actually, I would consider that a money-making activity, because I could not think and I felt like crap. And Danielle can tell you, because Danielle was there for me through it all. It was awful. Once I cleared all that out, I could think, and then we were able to move forward. So do that, but don't waste your time attacking people, because again, for you woo-woos out there, that is serious karmic debt. You don't want to put yourself in that. So
it was crazy.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad.
So anyway, we are moving on and going to enjoy this week. I hope everybody has an amazing day. Remember to rise, become, and be. Please message me if you have any questions. Come on over to the community. We're happy to speak with you there.
Ask us questions over there. And tomorrow we're going to talk about getting organized. Wednesday we're going to talk about batching and the beauty of it, and then Thursday we're going to talk about leveling up your sales. So Thursday is the main reason we got on our soapboxes there for a minute, because for whatever reason that week Danielle talked about corporate sales really pissed some people off.
So Sandra is saying, let's move forward. What's one goal for your day? What's one goal that you have for your day? I will tell you, I'm having a very, very rough day. I haven't slept in a couple days. I have a meeting with a potential client. I'm going out to lunch with them. So that my goal today is to land them as a client. That is my big thing, is to just get through today. I have my coffee. I have my Red Bull. My son bought me an amazing new Boss Lady mug this weekend, trying to make me feel better. I'm just going to work on getting through my day today without having a mental breakdown or a crying fit again, because my throat and my eyes cannot take it. They're all gritty. Gina, what is your one goal for today?
Well, I'm going to get our show set up and organized, because we're kind of coming up with a process now for the RBB morning show. You guys know that's what I do. In the background. So we've kind of come up with a process for it. Things are starting to move forward. So I've got to get us set up for that. And then I have to work on our Pinterest software in the background a little bit. And we all know I'm pregnant and I am not feeling well today. So I'm going to try and knock those couple of things out. And then me and the couch are friends the rest of the day. It's kind of my goal, but I always plan on having my phone close in the event that Danielle needs me for anything. I can jump up and go do something or do it from my iPad, whatever it may be. But I am going to try and rest a little bit today, because I woke up not feeling very well.
So I'm just all about making it through the day today. again, having a hard day. So and Sandra's going to land a potential client. Go, Sandra. Cool. Very, very cool. So remember today to rise, become, and be everything you can. And that means go take some messy action today. We want to hear about the messy action you're taking this week.
Yeah, let us know.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.